Hello, my name is Harrison Telbasky. I'm a guy who lives in Pleasanton, California, 23 years old, and I'm extremely mentally ill. I've been dealing with a part of my brain and a part of my mind in life that I've had no other experience comparable to, and I've never ever met anybody who has had anything relatively near or close to. Today I'm going to do a vlog or just a video on what I have been experiencing truthfully, and it's been quite a fucking ride. I have a very skewed view of what reality is. My reality that I see through my eyes and understand through my mind, I don't believe is correct or true. I believe it is completely a delusion, and I believe it's true. I believe it is the reason that I'm in the state that I'm in, which is financially beyond poor, in debt, about maybe 20,000 or more. I've had 5150s, numerous, uncountable, since third grade. My first being in third grade. A 5150 is the instance when you say, I want to kill myself, or you're having a complete psychotic break. They believe, they, being the EMTs, mandated reporter, police, whoever has the authority to call it upon, is the person that states that you are a danger to yourself and others, and they place you under a 72-hour hold, in which you go to a mental clinic, hospital, and you stay there until they deem you safe or the 72 hours is up and they release you. I've had a bunch of those. About maybe somewhere over 20 in the past, from third grade to now, 23 years old. Those instances occurred because of me saying I want to kill myself. I did. Every time I said and stated that. But did I avidly approach and mean to do so? They didn't find me on top of a building, or they didn't find me with a gun against my head or with bleeding wrists. They just found me saying something that I felt and decided to, well, take me away for it. It's not freedom of speech. This country is not based on freedom of speech, is what I understand now. America. But I love America, nonetheless, for the freedoms I do have. However, considering the freedom of speech and aspects of that American dream, we have a lot of people online and social media stating things about aliens, Anunnaki, aliens, the gods, God himself, and the New World Order conspiracy theorists by the freaking millions. People, not as much like me, more like me, but even like you, the watcher. People that will go on and on and on about conspiracy theories. Now, if you're anything like me, you're extremely naive, or you just want to believe anything because reality is so terribly dull. Now, my life is based on conspiracies. My existence and what I believe is true is not what is true. It is completely what others would say. That's a conspiracy theory. You believe that's true, and I go, it is true. I can't prove it otherwise. I can't prove it not to be true or to be entirely true, but the problem is when the scale leans on the fact that it is more true than less. That's what puts me in the position I'm in. The delusions, or what some would call delusions, become the reality. Like, I can't shake them. I can't confirm they're real, but I can't confirm they're not. In fact, I can confirm they are more real than not, which is dangerous. I'm schizophrenic. I'm extremely schizophrenic, I believe. But then again, I don't know. I see and hear things that I don't really understand. And of course, related to the alien conspiracy theories, I see almost every day. No, I see every day, about every hour maybe, little green men that run behind my furniture in my home. They hide, they're elusive, and they have all black eyes. They're just like an alien you would picture, but they're about 2 feet tall, 2.5. Quick run, stays in the peripheral vision until I look at them. Kind of like that thing that goes across your eye and you look at it, it goes away. Well, this is like a freaking alien that monitors, watches, and observes me, but they can't confirm whether there's multiple or just one every time. There's always a little green man watching me from behind my back. And when I turn or when I catch him, he's, oh, and runs off. I'm like, you bastard. That, I believe, is schizophrenia of some form. That can't be real, I think. I thought. But I can't confirm, because when I ask people, did you see the little green man over there? They're like, I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, so that means they didn't see him, right? That means he's not there, right? Or someone says, oh, I've seen those before. I've seen that many of times. And I go, oh shit, that's not good. But I don't know if they're screwing with my head or not. I don't know if it's a friend or not. Keep in mind, all my friends that I've had, they're gone. I have no friends. I have not a single shred of a social life. I spend every day alone, every minute, every second, completely isolated to my own self. I live with my mom because I'm 23 years old and stable. I live with my mother, and I'm on Social Security income disability, which makes me feel lesser because of the disability aspect of it. I wonder if I have a disability or not. Well, of course I do. I see little green men. But the problem is this. I didn't get that Social Security income disability money when I was seeing those green men. I got it when I was 17 years old. I'm 23 now, and I had no symptoms of schizophrenic tendencies or delusions in such a day or such a way. Sorry. And on top of that, I have the belief and the understanding that my life, the friends I had, were all paid actors. Right? They were all planted. They were all paid, scripted people. The scripts, the responses, the character that they were, it's all part of a set. Because I think my life is a TV show that I wasn't supposed to be made aware of was a TV show. I was supposed to go my whole existence completely unconscious of the fact that my life is for the purposes of entertainment. To who, right? To who? If your life is a TV show, who the hell's watching? And why are you that important? Well, I'm not that important, I'd like to think. I pray to think I'm really not that important. I wish I was completely normal, by the way. But I think that my life is a TV show instead, because of my research into the New World Order and what it is and whatever is going on in my head. I look at the stars and I see sets of two, always stars in two, and two. I used to remember constellations, right? There used to be constellations in the sky. I don't see constellations anymore. I just see twos only, like eyes. That was the first sign that I was realizing that those are eyes. They're watching me. They're not watching just me, though. They're watching everyone. How many people know this or think this is the next question. And is it just me who's come to observe this? Second, the birds, the bird theory, that all birds are drones, government machines, and cameras, really, watching the citizens of the world. Why? Don't know that, but I know partially for entertainment purposes for the TV show. Second is that the flies, of course, robotic government drones, like James Bond flies, yeah. I thought that, and I think that is the case, legitimately. Everywhere I go, everywhere I end up, room to room, there are not flies in the room. There are no flies to be seen as I enter the room. As I stay in the room and sit, like I am now, the flies just come up out of nowhere like they are here. I walked into this bathroom, there was no flies. I could not see any, but somehow they all made their fucking way in here. It's bizarre. How did the flies get in when they weren't here? I don't know. Leaves my mind to speculate and stray into the fact that the government let them in. No, they somehow appeared. Why I believe it's a TV show, though, why, is because of the New World Order, yeah, but because of the fact that in the New World Order ideal state or aspect of it, they say that when it comes to be about, everybody has the chance to redeem themselves or plead their case by being on a TV show. If they're a terrible person or did some crime or wrongful acts opposing to the order, you have the chance to put yourself on live TV and become a piece of entertainment for everyone to watch and laugh at and point fingers at. Why? Well, everyone in my whole life has laughed at and point fingers at me because of myself and my way of being. Probably ended up leading to the fact that I think, if they're all laughing and pointing and they're all watching and making fun of, well, then it's probably because it's a TV show then. I believe this theory is completely far-fetched. I believe this theory is completely unrealistic. I believed it was for a long time, and until 22, I didn't think about it at all. It took 1 year until the stir of madness, spiraling downwards. I had a girlfriend at one point. She was a really nice lady. She cheated on me 1 year into the relationship. I stayed with her another 2 years. After that, she continued to cheat on me. Couldn't prove it. Speculated, seen messages on the phone, heard word of mouth. She was fucking doing stuff, but hey, whatever. That woman that left me, that destroyed me. She was all I ever had, the only person I've ever dated, really. And on top of that, she gave me a purpose to survive, I guess, or try, a reason to really purpose to live. I wasn't living for myself, no. For the pleasure of it, no. But to support her, yes, because we were living together in the same house. She was living with me in my house. So I felt the duty to provide. It took a lot out of me. It turned me into a person that's like, someone depends on me. She was using me, I found out. That made me, at the end of the time, try to kill myself. I didn't even get 5150 for that one. Can you believe it? I drove a Honda Civic at the time, and I decided to crash it into the middle divider of a freeway, 60 miles per hour, and slam right into the metal rails divide. And that thing went shot out and springed like they are supposed to do, and I smashed my head against the windshield, and this was when I was like 20, and I got out the car without a scratch, bump, or concussion, not a damn injury on me. That was the first sign of strange. Who crashes cars head on into solid objects, walks out of the car like, smashed his head against the windshield, not a damn scratch on me? That's just strange. I've never heard of that being the case. Maybe people are that resilient. Then again, I don't know. Point is, I don't know things. I don't know the truth behind a lot of stuff. I never find out the truth, and I never get reasonable speculations. I never conversate with anyone because I don't have anyone to conversate with. And my mind just runs off into possibilities. Well, at this time of my life, 23 years old, on May 13th, I now believe, I now speculate, and I now understand that I'm an artificial being. I'm not actually human. If I am, I'm a clone of a human. My life is a TV show being watched, monitored, and viewed for the entertainment of the elites and aliens for the New World Order. And um, I have demigod-like powers, right? No, can't be right. Why? Why would I think I have superpowers? Like being able to possess a human mind and make them do things to make decisions that they can't really just make decisions like that, or they don't want to. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So how come I'm able to do that? Well, I'm not. I believe it's this. The part of me that believes that I'm able to do that, the part of me that believes that's what I can do. I mean, like, it's different because I can't do that. I know that. But I think that I can. But knowing and thinking are different things. When you know you can't, I'm like, the digging into my mind is like this. I go, okay, that probably happened because he did make that decision, and I just think I made him make that decision because I'm a narcissist, I guess, and I think I have too much power, or I have power. I don't have power. That's the fact. I'm a human being, not a demigod. So why do I think that I made him make up his mind for him? I don't know. I'm schizophrenic. Maybe I'm just hearing these little whispers that I believe are to be Satan, the devil. I don't believe in the devil. I'm not a religious guy, by the way. I just never was religious, ever. I never in my whole life went to church, prayed to God, said, stay away from the devil, guys. He's a bad one. I never really cared or researched or learned about it. I never understood it, and I never cared to understand it. But then I ended up revolving my whole life around it, believing I had a really strong connection with the devil because me and her, is the devil a him or a her in the Bible? I don't know. But for some reason, it's a her to me because I have seen it through my schizophrenic eyes as a woman. God being wherever, I don't know. But in my mind, God is me or possessed me at some times. The devil is a woman. She wanted to be my friend. I don't get it. Schizophrenia. It's dangerous. Little green men, seeing them. It's dangerous. Because now I'm facing prison time. 6 years. They want to put me in prison for 6 years because of acts I committed. Stole a dirt bike and rode it. Bought a stolen guitar and played it. Bought stolen property time and time again. Stole property. Why? Because the voice, the whisper in my left ear, mainly, sometimes the right. When it's logical, it's the right ear. When it's like, don't do that, it's the right ear. When it's do that, it's going to be fun, it's the left ear. Told me, hey, do this, or we will kill your dog, kill your mom, and make your life miserable. That doesn't sound like the devil would do that, or God would say that. It told me, specifically the voice was the government or the elites.